Hey everybody, it's me, New Universe. I am here in the usual server that I share between my three friends, Dylan, Logan, and Elliot. So here I am in this world, and I'm basically giving you an update on everything that has been recently added to this entire world. So let's just begin. Obviously, we have here my house, this lake filled with axolotls, the sword, the legs of my project, and the most recent addition to this very spot was a lightning rod tower. It works very well, so lives up to the name. And to get this spot over with, because it's the closest, the entrance to the throne room in the cave, the beacons were altered, not instead, so they're all like different colors and they're not all the same color. And so we move down into the cave itself. We have the usual thrones, but each one of us has made a banner. This is my banner, and here's the rest. Here's Dylan's, Logan's, and Elliot's. All of these banners are set up right here, with the fifth banner being a combined version of it. And here we have is the end portal that will soon be finished. And that is all we have for the cave for right now. So moving on. Over here we have the usual sky arena that hasn't really changed much at all. So it's kind of the same. Same stuff with the mini games over here and here. The Illager Tower and the Lava Tower that was made by Logan. This is actually a pretty cool base that he has made. It actually is like an actual place that you can walk into, but let me just show you. By simply going into the lava, there's rooms and multiple floors. Most of them are empty, but here they are. We have this room, this room, and this one. Oh, that's the same room. Whoops. And we have this room, and finally this room as well, which is most likely the main room. That's kind of it for Logan's lava tower. There's also a fire pillar right over there. His sky house is pretty much the same, with like little features recently added. A bigger launch pad, or actually landing pad is the better way of saying it, and everything else below it is exactly the same. The village is pretty much the same, with nothing really that new added. Just a sort of grocery store or farmer's market, as Logan put it, right here, and some farms over here, regular farms and netherwort farms. And over here is the tracks that lead all the way over to Elliot's mansion. We'll get to that later. And over here across the bridge, we have the usual like arena right here, whatever that thing is, I totally forgot. A statue of Dr. Eggman, and here we have where the main base is. The main base has not really changed much at all. It still has the usual stuff. Right here is one of the main stations of the transportation system that I am actually building. We'll get to where most of these lead in a bit, but for right now, here we have is the usual base. We have the world map. The world map usually shows like all of the new stuff, especially in the upper right corner, but we're gonna get to that in a bit, so that will be looked at further. And in the meeting room right down here, it has one new seat and this. So I'm pretty sure like most of you might already know that if you use like pistons and put them on the floor and then put a item frame in it and then put your map in that item frame on the piston, if it's like, you know, on the floor and facing upward, you get this, which is actually a very cool trick that I also recently found out, and I put it right here on this table. Other than that, Elliot's mansion that is also on this map right here is basically the same, little added there, but like I will at least like show you guys in a bit. Here we have is the main center of the transportation system I was building. Multiple tracks are already finished. This one leads to the village. This one right here leads to the Sky Arena. And this one right here leads to the cabin all the way up this mountain right there. And the last one, the most recent added one, goes all the way this way. It took me a while to build all of this, so and basically the entire reason of putting this all here is mostly for like not really decoration, but for if like we're ever in survival and we just need to get somewhere fast and like walking takes way too long. So it like stretches out this entire way, and here we see the incompleted castle that is being built by Dylan. Here we have a pit stop between the two tracks, and then this track brings us all the way over to the most recent addition to this entire world. Here we have is the beginning of Emerald City. It only has a few houses, one theater, and a huge building. Dylan gains most of the credit of building almost all of this, especially this. This took a lot of work. And the theater was built by the same person who built the Haunted Mansion, Elliot. These houses and these buildings are done very well, so I'll give you a quick glimpse inside one of the houses. Got all of this cool stuff right here, including this, even a second floor that actually has a bed and other stuff. And I'll show you what the inside of the theater looks like. Here we have snacks, and you have to pay 1 emerald for it, the ticket booth, and all that stuff. Here we have an actual theater that, like, I had to give a shout out to Elliot for doing such a great job on, like, building all of this. I can't get through this. Alright, there we go. Moving on right here, we have a recent discovery that was right inside this, this huge hill. I wouldn't really call it a mountain, it's not really as big, but the cave is huge. So this cave reaches, like, really far down. Most of it is just, like, all of this water over here, and this water comes all the way down to this massive hanging mine shaft. Now, obviously, these lanterns weren't naturally in here, they were added by me, but it looks really well. Really well spawned, and like, well spawned. Well, it just looks good. And even on the flooring beneath it is also lit up. We're thinking about using this entire area for something, but we just haven't thought of anything yet. Here's something that is like another house that is being built by Logan right here, that is concealed in the water, which is actually a pretty cool hideout, because like you can't really see it unless if you just go straight to the front door, unless if you go to the lanterns right next to it. And there's even more to this village. If you follow this track all the way this way, you lead to another village. This is a normal village that was kind of empty and abandoned until recently it was populated. And it has a lot of farms, a lot of other stuff too. Oddly enough, some of the houses, especially the blacksmith house, is, well, this speaks for itself. It's kind of in the ground, like it kind of got swallowed from a sinkhole. And usual villagers are just hanging around in here. It's just a simple blacksmith house, but it's nothing special, except it's just in the ground. And the same thing goes for another house right over here that also seems to fallen in almost into like a cave of some kind. And some of the villagers just love walking on the roof of this house. I really don't know how did he get on there. I don't really think villagers can jump, can they? I don't know. But this is just a regular old village. Seems to be turning nighttime right now. Pretty obvious. And we will be heading back to the main locations in a bit. So now we are back at the main facility and where everything else is. So this is all we have for today, folks. This is basically just a simple update for what has been recently added into this world. The next couple of videos will be mostly dedicated to us using some of these things that have been added into this world, like the Sky Arena or Elliot's Haunted Mansion. And I will actually have the rest of the gang here too, so Dylan, Logan, and Elliot will be a part of the next couple of videos. So that is all I have to say for now. I hope you enjoyed it, and I also hope you have a nice day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.